Annie, tell us about your lifestyle.
Steve, I'm a 32-year-old television reporter, wife, and new mom. Each day, I live and die by the deadline. But when I come home from work, a lot of times I bring it home with me. I'm looking for ways to relieve stress. So how do I strike that balance between work and life?
So stress is such an interesting tool because acute stress, that's why we get up and go to work. That's why we study for exams. Chronic stress and lack of sleep are two of the major predictors of how well and how long we live. And I call it a stress-sleep cycle. You're feeling stressed out, you're not sleeping well. Because of your lack of sleep, you feel more stressed out the next day. And if you don't break that cycle now, Annie, while you're in your 30s, it's gonna carry on with you. So my recommendation for you is, however you wanna do it, it's individual to you, you've gotta figure out a way when you get home at the end of the day to relax and take some time for yourself. And throughout the day, there are little things you can do. And Steve, you're gonna love this one. Laughter. Laughter alone can decrease your anxiety. And do you know how often a 3-year-old laughs, or a 4-year-old laughs in a day?
How much?
300 times.
Yeah.
The average 30 or 40-year-old may only laugh 3 or 4 times. So you can do something real simple during the day. Just do something to make you laugh. It could be a YouTube video, it could be tuning into Steve, one of my favorite comedians, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not forgetting to laugh during the day, taking some time to hug your child. Just the act of hugging can decrease stress levels. And then just make sure when you go to bed, write down your to-dos for tomorrow, get whatever you can to get that stress out of your head so you can sleep well, because if you do that and you can start getting a good night's rest, you can actually change everything now in your 30s, and you'll be sleeping better in your 40s than you ever thought possible.
That's right, because when we look at stress and we look at the impact that it has on how long you're going to live, there are physical things that can happen as a result of all this stress. So in the short term, people have gastrointestinal problems, they have headaches, fatigue. It's exhausting to be stressed like this all the time. But then if this continues in the long term, we actually see a lot of problems later in life, like high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. So you do need to do some things to counteract the stress, and we know a lot about that, because what's more stressful than being in the emergency room and being in the operating room in a job like yours? So you can't change your job. But even just exercising, we know that if you exercise every single day, that you are going to decrease your risk of having a heart attack by 50%. And if you even just walk, anyone can do this, walking 20 minutes a day, studies have shown that that will increase your life expectancy by as much as 7 years. So you can't get rid of the stress, but you can manage it.
When you're doing the news, put some humor in it. Like this way I do a news report. This just in. During the holiday season, a Salvation Army kettle was turned over and robbed by 2 elderly gentlemen. Well, they going to hell. If Annie starts living more stress-free and getting more sleep, she might increase her life by years. Thanks, Annie. Hey, folks, welcome. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click here to subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss a single hot new video, some really good stuff. And then I want you to click here to see more clips from the show right now.